Good morning, everybody. This is Sean with WickQuidity. Today is April 9th, 2025. First, I'd like to apologize because I have been kind of out of the loop the last couple of weeks. Haven't posted much to the channel here. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed and followed and liked my videos. I hope you'll continue to do so. I did take a couple, most of the last couple of weeks off. Spend some time out of town and things of that nature, spending some time with the family. So been back at it all week this week. I know it's Wednesday. I have yet to post a video till today when I get this one posted. And I'll try to get back on a regular schedule there. Here we do have a gold buy that I was in. I took 2 trades today. I took this gold buy, and then I took a short on oil. This gold buy was a relatively simple setup. Gold had been pretty short for quite a while now, and it had made a run up. If you looked at like a 1-hour chart, it had made a run up, which essentially amounts to this, and if you look on the 1-hour chart, on this video, it's not going to let me change it, but if you look on the 1-hour chart, it made a good little run up, and this area toward the top here closed above some significant structure on the 1-hour chart to the left. So it kind of gave me the thought that we were going back into bullish mode on gold, right? So then I go to a 5-minute time frame, and on the 5-minute time frame, over to the left, if you look at my entry line, the green line on the chart, and then the red stop loss line, but you go to the left a little bit, you'll see before that kind of impulsive move up, that's essentially the demand zone that it kind of created on the 5-minute. And so that was an area I was interested in trading out of. So as price came back down into that zone, I flipped down to like a 1-minute and 30-second chart or 30-second chart to kind of figure out what I want to do. If I have one of only just a couple reasons I'll enter a trade once it's in my zone. I'm not a person that does limit orders a lot, things of that nature. Doesn't work for me in my trading strategy. But one unique thing about this trade that's a little bit different than all of the other ones you guys have seen me post is what happens toward the end here, where I start extending my take profit and tightening up my stop loss. I don't do that a lot, but this trade, it goes into some consolidation right here where it is now. But then when it kind of breaks out of that consolidation, it breaks out with a pretty strong, like impulsive candle. And that told me that hopefully we're going to get a run up with some more candles. And because it was so close to where my take profit is, once that impulsive candle breaks out, I decided to go ahead and start extending that take profit and tightening up my stop loss. You'll see me move the stop loss here in just a second. And then I kind of readjust it because I didn't like where I had it. And then right after that, price breaks out and you'll see the run. So as you can see on the chart here, my stop loss is at $504. My take profit's at $15.60. Now I took this trade on 4 different accounts, this exact trade on 4 different funded accounts, and it was great. It's a good trade, worked out wonderfully. But where this one says $15.60, now what I didn't do this on all of my accounts, just on this specific one where I extended the take profit. So most of my accounts, 3 of my accounts got the $1,600 profit. This one you'll see as I extend it, we take this trade from what is essentially a 3-to-1 with the $500 risk and the $1,500 profit, all the way to about a 4-to-1 where I net just over $2,000. And you'll see here price is going to consolidate just a little bit, and then it's going to break out with a fairly strong candle here on the 1-minute chart. And when it does that, my brain says, okay, that looks like it's going to be a little bit of a run, and I want to capitalize on it. So you'll see me here in just a second. You'll see me start to move my stop loss up, and then once that happens, you'll see the move, and you'll see how I kind of manage it right here at the end of a trade. And I still left a lot of room on the table. This thing kept on going, which I felt it might. But if you guys paid attention to the market at all, shortly after this, it got kind of wonky. We're here around the 9:30, 10 o'clock time frame. I like to try to be out of my trades when I'm in them this early. I like to be out of them by 11, so I wasn't risking a retrace and time to come back up. Unfortunately, that kind of bit me in the butt because I could have extended this take profit a lot. And probably, I think it ended up going 6 or 8 R on this trade. But I'm going to get 4 of them, 4 R on this trade. You'll see it here in just a second. So the important thing, guys, is that you guys have a strategy that you can be consistent with. You don't need 15 different strategies with 15, 20 different, markets that you trade, 34X pairs. You don't need all that. You need one good strategy. You need a solid entry method. And here you go. You'll see me move this up, but then you'll see me move as it moves. You'll see me continue to move it up here. So where it was at 15, you guys can see now my stop loss is positive at the 1184. I dropped it down because I said, you know what? I should have expected a retest of that little consolidation, those double, triple highs right there, and then it runs. But if you guys can get yourselves one consistent strategy that makes sense to you, don't have to be my strategy, but just a profitable strategy that makes sense to you amongst a few markets. I trade gold a lot. I trade the stock indexes a lot. And then in a few other metals occasionally. I took a trade on copper earlier this week, which is I almost never do. But as you can see here, my stop loss is up around that $2,000 range. And I think this is where I get stopped out right here. I think it gets one more candle. Yeah, there we go. So on that trade, 4-to-1 in about 40 minutes. A great trade. Like I said, I really wanted to be out of the market fairly early. We had some 2 o'clock news coming today with the FOMC. And also it looks like Trump, excuse me, it looks like Trump paused some tariffs, and it caused a bunch of wonky stuff in the market, which with the way Trump, and I don't say this to be an endorsement of or somebody that is against Trump. I say this truly as a neutral person here. But Trump is very vocal, and he says a lot of things that can swing the market. Tomorrow he could come out and say he's putting 500% tariffs on everybody, and the market will crash just because he put it on a tweet or whatever the case may be. So that is something you got to be aware of, and try to pay attention to, and try to be ahead of. That's one of the reasons I like trading these lower time frames. Is I'm in and out of trades relatively quickly most of the time. A long trade for me is about 2 hours. I mean, that's a long trade. So hopefully I can stay out of the Trump tweet zones when that happens. So there you go, guys. A simple trade breakdown on one of my accounts. I hope that you guys like what you see. I hope you'll give me a like, a follow. Find me on Facebook. It's Sean Trades WickQuidity. I'd love you guys to follow me there and help me continue to build this channel. And you guys have a wonderful day. Go make some money.